Good afternoon. My name is Karl. I am the host of Rudolf of Germany, the extraterrestrial tall white alien. For a long period now, I am lending Rudolf of Germany my body, my physical form, so he has the opportunity and the possibility to speak to you, the humans on planet Earth. Otherwise, he could not do so because he cannot manifest himself in this particular dimension where we, the human race, live in. We have made this agreement, and Rudolf showed me how to enter and leave my body safely without doing any damage to my mind or to my body. In the last video, a mishap took place at about the end of the presentation of Rudolf's speech, and I assumed that Rudolf of Germany already left my body and put me into a kind of deep sleep, or you can almost call it coma, during which I am able to re-enter my own body, reassemble my mental faculties, and awake completely normal and refreshed as a natural human being, as you can witness me right now. But in the last video you could witness, as I said, that there was a mishap. I assumed Rudolf left already, but he was still in his presentation, and I tried to enter my body at the same time, which is absolutely dangerous and not possible, because two different minds, particularly two different minds of different species, cannot occupy a physical body at the same time. And that led to a complete breakdown of my mental capacity, my mental function of my brain. It takes a lot of intensive work on parts of the tall white aliens to repair the damage done, and at this moment I am capable of speaking to you, and to a large extent my mind has been put into function again. But of course certain activities, certain brain functions are still lacking total control. For example, memory is almost completely wiped out. Certain things which I took for granted to be able to remember, my personal biography to a certain extent, certain things which I used to do on a daily basis, certain routines, they are completely gone. Memory as such has been for 2 days completely blank and now slowly returning. And Rudolf suggested to me in his telepathic way, which we communicate, that it is probably the best for the moment to give me the opportunity to rest, to come back to my senses, and eventually, after the tall white alien professionals on DNA and mind deem it safe enough again, then he will reoccupy my body occasionally to address his DNA enhancement members as well as the public at large, in order to bring some change into the mind of the human population which should have a positive impact for the human race and the environment in general. It was a little accident, I would say. It could have ended even worse than it did. I could have actually have something which in medical terms could be seen as a brain stroke, which could have also led to death. Luckily enough, the tall white alien crew of Rudolf of Germany took care for me, for my mind, for my body, instantaneously after the mishap, and were able, with medicine which is normally not available to humankind, to restore most of my brain function. Again, as you can see, I'm able to speak to you at least, even if certain memory does not exist, at least at this point of time. There comes I have to mention something which would not be fair if I wouldn't mention it to you right now. Rudolf of Germany has spoken many times of a substance which is called goo, or the black intelligent oil. I always have a bottle of this here because he uses this in his presentations, of course. And this black goo, this substance here, is very, very important and has been very important to myself for my recovery. Because this extremely potent form of artificial intelligence, which can apply itself very easily even to a human brain and repair damage, DNA damage, and mental damage, as well as physical diseases. Without this substance, which you can see in here, a recovery, or at least a speedy recovery, of myself from the double exposure of two minds in one body would not have been possible. One drop of this substance into the back of the neck, which then is absorbed into the skin and through the skin into the bloodstream, is able to multiply inside of the body of a human being, and excuse me, and there can do its work of cleansing, do its work of repairing damaged tissue, damaged cell material, and restore quite potently and positively many ailments. Without this oil, this substance which Rudolf left, I would not have been able to live and speak to you right now. Whatever the future may bring, if a total recovery of myself, my memory, and certain other motorical functions of my body and mind will ever be restored again or not, without this oil I would be probably a dead man right now. And I still believe that these 2 years Rudolf spoke to you have been worth any effort and any sacrifice I have been making, because he has brought to you so much knowledge and so much hope, particularly to the ones who are in the DNA program, and also concerning the pole switch, which is looming in the next few years, and the possibilities for some people at least to escape unharmed. I think all of this has been worth the sacrifice I made and the time and effort Rudolf of Germany, the extraterrestrial, has put in. In the future, I believe Rudolf will be back once I'm completely repaired The black goo, the black oil is going through my complete system at the moment. Every single cell of my body is being cleansed, and the damages are in the process of being repaired. I hope in the foreseeable future to be the one I have been before, and we can make an experiment then of letting slowly and carefully Rudolf return into my body. I have nothing against that, as long as I'm sure in the future that such a double exposure of mind in one human body will not happen anymore. Safeguards have to be put in place. We all learn on a daily basis to be more careful and avoid such hazardous situations as they have happened, as you can see in the last video. I'd like to thank you for your attention today, for this short explanation I made. And if Rudolf himself is at the moment not able to address you, he will always telepathically give me the instructions if something very major is happening in the future, if there are any political advance in the making which he has to forewarn you, as he has done before, or if there's anything else he has to communicate with you. Until then, I wish you a pleasant day. Karl, the host of Rudolf of Germany.